And like, oh, that's already a lot of grenadiers on that construction yard. Oh, it's gonna be close. And it does go down. Oh, that hurts. Now, on to the first match. It is on Claustrophobia. It is between, in the blue, it is AOD Gaming and GDI, as GDI. Versus CriticalMeds with the strange strategies as GDI as well, the red GDI. Moving their construction yard gets them close to the southern Tiberium field, which is of course the big field and the efficient field. Allows them to get up easy and quick. Well, easy and efficient, like a refinery here. This one is not a big deal either. However, moving north will be an issue for them. They do actually manage to, well, keep AOD from scouting them. Which, well, in that position, it's of course easier to scout that compared to where, like, AOD is located. Because here there is, like, not really a choke point in the way of scouting. And if they deny this grenadier, but they don't. Like, AOD is just, they should now really know, like, okay, he is not in the standard position. I am ahead in terms of speed. And also like triple ref, okay, sure. But still, even with like building the next things and all that, AOD should be faster. They should now know that Meds has moved. However, Meds already on 4F. That's the benefit of this like southern position. Because you're close to this big field, you can just put 3 refs on it. All of the other fields are like quite small, so you can't really do that. Like 1 ref max, this is like 1, maybe 2. Same with this one. This is also like 1, maybe 2. If you put 2 refs on it, it will run out really quickly. But for now, still AOD with a slight eco lead. Will not be all that significant, I'd say. As long as, well, CriticalMeds gets their next ref up as well. But, nope, going War Factory first means that AOD will be on 1 extra refinery. So eco should be better for them. AOD doesn't know about the War Factory. However, they might suspect CriticalMeds to go for like a different strategy from the norm just because, well, they moved, which isn't standard on this map. And if you do move, it's only a little bit, not like this far. So, not really sure. Maybe they expect something strange, maybe they don't. They do now have scouting on at least the refinery over here. And there is the War Factory. A double tank out for CriticalMeds has to squash a lot of the grenadiers, and they managed to do that quite alright. Losing 1 refinery though, and without the harvester, which is the good thing, and no defenses. Meds, you need to be... yeah, okay, you know about it. Good. You need to move forward and actually try to do some damage, but oh no, already another like 5 grenadiers close by. And even more coming in. Single medium tank as well, but War Factory is weak and does go down. Still though, that eco lead for AOD is significant. So these 2 tanks need to do a lot. I mean, it's 6k in the bank almost for AOD. That's not something like CriticalMeds is easily able to come back from. Second War Factory, sold off that construction yard, alright. But already out of cash, so yeah, it's say like 3 or 4 War Factory all in, I guess you can say, or like a ref double War Factory all in. But like even then, like AOD has a lot more cash. I don't see it happening honestly, but well, maybe. Offensive harvester. Alright, I mean, you could probably sustain like 4 harvesters on just 3 refs in your current situation. Like this ref is not efficient, so you could probably use 2 war factories or like 2 harvesters on it. but it's fine. Just moving through with it. Alright, tanks once again should be driving over, though not perfectly. Squishing a couple, though not as many as you were able to squish before. Are you going after the construction yard? What are you going for? Because I don't really see it right now, honestly. Army numbers for AOD don't look amazing either, right? But still, I mean, like, still expanding, double war factory by now, though don't really have the cash to use it unless you sell your construction yard. But it's only like double tank over there, another double tank on there, so like 6 tanks total versus 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks total. So AOD is actually behind in tank numbers. And the eco is still ahead, of course it is, but the southern parts have been denied. And if they are able to get, well, these 2 tanks forwards as well, and all of the grenadiers, AOD doesn't really have a lot. This is almost ran out. This will soon be like difficult to harvest safely. And then this is like stupid. That's what it is. There is a new and efficient refinery, so that's great. And now regrouping, though this is a scary force from CriticalMeds. He's running through the... Ooh, almost did the wrong thing. Running through the Tiberium, so all of them are at like 50% HP. Leaves them very vulnerable to like some enemy grenades, that's for sure. Because of the blocking of the harvester, you actually don't get the harvester kill, which is a little annoying, I'd say. AOD didn't seem to pull it away all that quickly, so I think if your tank had not sat in the way of the entrance, then if it had not blocked it, you might have actually been able to kill that harvester as well. Engineer will survive for now, though I don't expect it will do anything. But of course, we'll see. Oh. And tanks cleaned up. Does mean that everything for AOD is at the top. CriticalMeds can now move in here. Destroy, destroy, maybe destroy, and then AOD will be there. Oh, and watch your eyes. So the reinforcements from CriticalMeds are not good. They do still have like 2, 3 tanks back somewhat, so they do have a little bit still, of course. But it really just isn't all that much. Their KD is amazing, all things considered, though I do believe AOD had quite a couple of infantry units mixed in there, so it probably doesn't match up 1-to-1, but it's fine. I mean, 3 medium tanks here though. Defense from 3 medium tanks and a rocket soldier, not that that one does a whole lot. And then counterattack. Oh, most of the infantry for AOD has already gone down. But still, 4 tanks. 4 tanks is difficult to stop. CriticalMeds is coming back. Both sides, that's 5 tanks if they are able to merge quickly, but they will not be able to do that. In the meantime, AOD is also strengthening their push. So, good DPS from those grenadiers. Are able to clean up at least 1 medium tank. It's actually surprisingly even thus far, even though like AOD has like 10k more eco. Like, that's a lot. Oh well. Big field is, however, also being drained quite a lot. This is out. This is not efficient anymore, and there isn't a whole lot there. Whereas this field, it's not the biggest field, but still okay. Harvesting with like 3 harvesters, so that's not amazing. But afterwards they will be able to move on to this field, which isn't that far away. At least not if you compare it to where is CriticalMeds' next field. This is already not exactly safe to harvest, with all of this being there. This will soon be out, and then it's their like home base, like the back of their home base, like the origin starting position. That's quite far away. Over here, it's difficult to see, but rocket soldiers going down. AOD has definitely got the advantage here. And harvesting the middle. I mean, the middle has a good amount of tiberium, don't get me wrong. But there is... it's such long distance. How many harvesters does AOD have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. This is just 3 for meds. Yeah, even if it's going to be long distance mining in a minute, it's still not nearly as bad for AOD as it is for meds. By now, it is definitely clear that AOD's unit control isn't as good as that from CriticalMeds, I'd say, because otherwise it would not be 160 to 120 KD. A nice 4:3 aspect ratio, not anymore, oh well. This hurts. Had they just used the road? Oh, a actual micro? No. You say what? AOD is pulling a couple of grants there. Depends on micro, if it's going to work this push. Because no real cash in the bank. Another 3 are coming in, though a lot later. Okay, no micro from meds there, so easy cleanup for AOD. Tank numbers are quite alright. For CriticalMeds for sure. AOD's tank numbers are a little worse, though actually like that's 1 tank worse, if you don't count these 2. Drive over the meds, because otherwise they do a lot of damage. Good amount of the infantry has been cleaned up. Not everything yet though. And yeah, tank micro. Moving through, so CriticalMeds losing a couple of extra tanks there. However, might now be able to push and take down a barracks. Meanwhile, AOD might try to push, and no real defenses here for CriticalMeds either. Like here there is a little bit of infantry and a single medium tank. Okay, they're not moving through, okay, sure. 2 tanks survive, still moving, still being shot at. HP for the first one is pretty good, the other one is pretty damaged. Healing, oh no, AOD, oh notice AOD. Ooh, that could hurt. Because we said AOD has 2 harvesters more. If their harvesters are all getting blocked because of pathing, that could actually like make it a whole lot more difficult for them. Down south they still have like 4 tanks versus CriticalMeds like singular tank. And I don't see it happening for meds, just because like the eco, and indeed meds gives up. Game 1 goes to AOD Gaming. Game 2, Arm 8 arms divided conquer. Between, in the blue, it is AOD Gaming as GDI versus CriticalMeds in the southwest as GDI as well. Second game, new chances and all that. This field is easy to harvest for meds, this one less so for AOD. Just because of the like way harvesters work, or like refineries work with the entrance on the south side. So slight advantage there. Though, wait, couldn't this one have been like 1 space over? Yes, right? Yeah, and even this one would have then just been 1. I'm not the pro here, they are. I'm just going to assume that is the correct way to place them. Anyways, AOD acting as if they're not by blowing up an oil refinery, I'm pretty sure there. But it's fine. Choke points on the rivers, so of course difficult to get through on those sides. And of course, like, yeah, AOD and... oh hey, Matt's actually managing to sneak all the way there. Surprising that they're actually holding this position then. That's kind of weird. This is a singular choke point. This is 2. And if you already managed to get there, you should try to keep that position, because it denies the Tiberium field from your enemy. And denies the possibility of like something like this happening. Scouting. Okay, I feel like that's a little strange, but it's fine. I mean, all things considered, it doesn't really matter. War Factory already out with Light Scout as well. We'll be able to clean up this Grenadier, for instance, on Triple F versus Quad F, 4 Fs already, and then going War Factory for Critical Meds. 2 minutes in, but we do have a little bit of a like difference between the playstyles. Different strategies, yes. Medium tank as well, it seems, because otherwise Light Scout would have already been out. And indeed, there it is. Does mean that AOD has like good scouting on the enemy base. They could consider orcas, because orca of course does counter War Factory quite well, with Light Scout and Medium Tank both not able to actually hit the orca, and Rocket Soldiers not being, well, not Rocket Soldiers, Rocket Soldiers just being bad, awful units. Yeah. Oh well. Double War Factory. Selling? No, not selling yet. Not immediately selling off. So not for Rev Double War Factory all in. No, no, no. Nope, it kind of is. It is just with double barracks. Okay. So it's a 4-2-2 kind of strat. Okay. Anyways, tank numbers over here for AOD are good though. Also on Double War Factory. Also with 4 Fs. And they still have the ability to expand. Again, that hurts. Yeah, like where does AOD get the cash from? I guess they just didn't build as many Grenadiers, that makes sense. Because they really didn't. Another group of 5, there was a group of 5 there. CriticalMeds definitely has more Grenadiers. But that does kind of make it difficult in order to win a tank wars. And there is the expansion from AOD. Right, all of a sudden their eco lead will once again start to accumulate. And then they win? Question mark? Well, maybe not if these 3-5 Grens have something to say about it. Dodging, weaving, getting that sell off. That's good. That's something that I feel like took a lot longer last game. But still, I mean, AOD has this extra field, and this is not a small field. It's actually quite a large field, at least for this map. So, just the ability to like harvest that efficiently could be really, really nice for them. Tank numbers in the middle, pretty even, especially if, because of like pathing, these like don't actually engage. Now with the reinforcement, it should be a win for CriticalMeds. At least like this would be a win. 6 tanks there, yeah, CriticalMeds definitely has more. However, AOD has like 900 in the bank, so reaction should still be a lot better, and a little bit of a counter-attack here isn't able to accomplish all that much yet, however, that is yet. Big fight over here might give them the opportunity to move that in and capture something. I don't expect to see it, and I don't see it moving. They're just cleaning CriticalMeds up here anyways, so oh well. Double tank is not enough to clean up this War Factory, I would hope. However, War Factory is weak, so it wouldn't surprise me if it happens either. And indeed, there it goes. On the other hand, there is the capture. Missed it, but at least, well, yeah, AOD did manage to capture a building. They don't have any use for it. They didn't capture a harvester with it, as far as I was able to see. However, already forcing a sell-off of a war factory there. They did get something. It's not expensive, a refinery, but it is a mental blow. Like, you don't let someone capture your refinery. It's a mental game. No, not really. Still though, only 3 refs versus 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers as well. Versus 3. Though of course you do have like 4 officers, but still. Behind the Nico, 3k now. 4k. So, think numbers, very good for AOD as well. Sneaky little force of infantry over there as well. If AOD is able to force a fight here, and then run in with their grenadiers to take down the war factory, it is once again kinda over. Now they're in the fog of war. Oh, and shield your eyes. Oh, okay, sure. It went back, fine. CriticalMeds at max at like this zoom level. Moving forwards. Sees a whole bunch of tanks. Engages and does not see this. Unit lost. Building sold. Structure sold. This is that entire production now. God damn it, I forgot to put it back up. This is now that entire production. Right. 5,000 behind the Nico. Production way behind because you don't have any tank production. And even just infantry production, you're on a single barracks. In an infantry war, AOD would still win because they have 3 barracks. The Nico is better, they've got tanks, they've got light scouts if they want to. It very much is just an uphill battle for Meds now. One that I don't see them climbing. Nope. I mean, at least it does allow Meds to get the clean sweep. And indeed, the game crashes, or like, pauses thingy. It does this whole thing. So that means that AOD takes game 2 as well. It's time for CriticalMeds to deliver the reverse sweep. And to start their reverse sweep, they are on port pools. And they do not move their construction yard here. Now that is interesting. It's the strat that was like popularized or like thought of by CriticalMeds, I'm pretty sure. Yet they don't use it against AOD here. Again, possible mind games. AOD knowing CriticalMeds playstyle, that they would move downwards, thinking they're ahead with everything. I mean, maybe. But it's still just a GDI if this is not match. So yes, because AOD almost always goes random. This time they got Nod. Is a slightly different matchup compared to the last 2, but of course it's still a pretty standard matchup. And I forgot if I already asked you, so if I did, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be annoying, but I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Yes, I am. And after I ask you that, we're going to continue with the cast. Alright, that's a great plan. Apache for AOD, sniping a couple of grenadiers. Not yet making cost, of course not. CriticalMeds on 4 Fs versus just 3 from AOD. So is a little bit ahead over there. And AOD actually getting in there and going to scout. Oh, not a lot though. They can still scout a lot with the other flamethrower. But even just the fact that Meds isn't here yet should be enough for AOD to know Meds did not move their construction yard. It is just in the home base, in the like standard location. And only now do they spot anything. Right. Oh, even cleaning up that grenadier. Oh. Oh well. The reverse also happens. Fine. Airstrip is out, War Factory is too. And now there is the fourth one for the fourth ref for AOD. Right. Does still mean that like CriticalMeds has a pretty good eco lead. And will not hopefully, but like will likely expand that in the future, though from the looks of it, it's actually going to be AOD who gets the next ref first, or at least a significant ref is going to be built by AOD first. And that's of course because significant ref. This is the biggest field, as well as this one of course. The two southern fields are the biggest fields on the map. That also means that like by being a southern field, they're already efficient. And they're big, which also makes them great to harvest. There it is. Way earlier. So you're probably indeed going second war factory. You've already got your 2 barracks. Are you going to sell off again? It would put you at a slightly positive power. Okay, power plant first, now sell off or not? Yes, again. It's the 3rd time, Meds. Do you think it's going to change the outcome? I don't know if they
ready.
do.
Building.
Also, they do have scouting on the war factory, at least on one of them. So that could be really nice for sniping. Able to get the first little bit of damage with buggies and bikes and then sniping it with the Apache. Though, because this is not a mirror match, it could actually be different. As in that the 4 ref double war factory does work out. Because where are AOD's tanks? They're not here because they're not playing GDI. So no medium tanks to counter, no grenadiers to counter, and countering with flamethrowers is a lot more difficult. Flamethrowers die to like grenadiers 1v1. And getting close enough with a flamethrower is a little bit difficult because I believe grenadier is like 1.25 tiles longer range than a flamethrower. Either like 1.25 or like almost 2 tiles. So getting close enough with a flamethrower is difficult. And well, I'm going to try and burn them a little bit, but also most of the flamethrowers going down. Medium tank numbers are still fine. AOD's airstrip is probably not fine. And since there is also no construction yard left, they're not going to get up another one. It's a lot more significant for Nod to lose their airstrip than it is for GDI to lose their war factory. At least that's what it feels like to me. If you're on pure grenadiers, you can still win. If you're on pure flamethrower, you kinda can't. It's at least very, very difficult. And, well, AOD is going to try. Let's see it. All of them are gone. And, well, all of them are gone. That means that last ref, and then it's GG. CriticalMeds takes 1. The reverse sweep is indeed incoming. It's game number 4. It is on Forgotten Gulch for AOD Gaming in the blue, playing as Nod. This is in the red CriticalMeds, playing as GDI, I hope? Yes, indeed. Okay, right, I just forgot to click it. Good, that's better. Oh, no, it's a GDI mirror. I accidentally clicked it as a Nod mirror. That's it. Right, so Forgotten Gulch, GDI mirror. 2 little home base, like starting Tiberian fields, slightly better for our southern player, of course, as usual, versus these 2, but it's fine. I mean, especially like this placement is not that bad because it's still a side entrance, which is not nearly as bad as like this one. In the meantime, over here we just got a little bit scouting. Over here we just have a little bit scouting. 2-1 KD already for AOD. That is the most significant thing that has happened this game. However, ooh, nope, no scouting for you. Scouting denied. Triple power plant already? Like, CriticalMeds is a power-hungry boy. Indeed, they are. And moving over with their silos. This is a big field, definitely is, so it is great if you're able to harvest that relatively early. Side entrance as well, so not exactly inefficient. And also allows you to get to this one though. It's a small field, it's not that significant. This one is a lot more important. Also gets you relatively close to this choke point, which is kinda nice. Over here, already after 3 refs, it is 1 war factory for AOD Gaming. And Meds now on 4 war factories. Light Scout once again out for AOD, just like they did on the other map. So we'll probably be able to scout quite well. Though right now they're just picking off a little bit of infantry. Also a 5th refinery out for CriticalMeds. Alrighty, alrighty. Does mean that their eco will be a significant amount better. It is now 4 refs, of course, with this one for AOD. But still, I mean, this is already 6. That's a lot. Does not yet have a war factory. So there is a chance that AOD is just able to overwhelm them with tank numbers. Though not yet. Only 2 tanks are out. And Meds is going for a more significant like infantry spam. Even getting this field soon. That's relatively close to the enemy base, right? A lot closer than you usually get. Like normally you kind of stop building on like somewhere around there. And like, oh, that's already a lot of grenadiers on that construction yard. Oh, it's gonna be close. And it does go down. Oh, that hurts. 5 refs, 1 war factory, 1 barracks. No production at all for AOD, pretty much. Let's be honest. Like, yeah, sure, you have 5 war factory, or like 5 refs. 5 war factories is a whole different thing. But you can't even like substitute your tank numbers for like grenadiers. Even those you don't really have the ability to produce a lot of. You just don't. One benefit is, of course, that you can pretty much build whatever you want. You can build an infinite number of them. And you can repair whenever you need to. CriticalMeds, okay. Not getting amazing shots there with the grenadier. Over there, not amazing, but okay, yeah, no, they're good. Everything cleaned up. Still no war factory for CriticalMeds, but they might not even need it. Because they're on a single war factory. Yeah, sure, I mean, it's a little scary. But how many tanks can you really pump out if you only have a single war factory? Not that many. Of course, for your attrition, it might be good to just have your own. Because, well, grenadiers easily get squished. They explode very nicely. They definitely do. But this is also an option. It is Orca. Orca against War Factory is like the counter. They can try to go like rocket soldiers to defend, but like even that is like questionable. I mean, rocket soldiers aren't strong. They aren't. Triple Orca is also not exactly strong. Barracks will just survive, I'm pretty sure, especially because they switch target to the War Factory. But still, AOD has to repair. Soon, CriticalMeds will probably just build more. I would assume so, at least. And over here, well, CriticalMeds is being pressured. However, orcas will try to hunt down those tanks. 1 tank is already gone. They still have a little bit of ammo left, but will go home. Alright. And Meds. 500 in the bank. Not sure if they have like one of these barracks as like their priority barracks. But might not even be needed. Cleaning up the last little bit of infantry. Soon. And has a big stream of grenadiers in the middle. Good shot from AOD though. And the other 2 are cleaned up. Okay. So, once again, orcas going after the tanks. And these grenadiers just moving up and going to try and take down eco. Or just run around and make sure that these units do not go into your own base. That also works. So that is a one harvester gone. Refinery of course as well. But now all of a sudden, are you even able to keep up the production from just one barracks and just one war factory? I mean, this is wide long distance mining. This is not efficient, this is not efficient either. And this is not exactly great either. So no efficient eco, some efficient eco, and 5 orcas. 5 orcas is a lot. 4 tanks, not that many tanks. However, there are also like no infantry units here for meds. So they're not really able to do a lot. Orcas already retreating when they still have some ammo left over. And meds now with a couple of grenadiers from behind, from the front, okay. Slowly cleaning this up. And eco still like 11k, 12k ahead. However, minus 113 power. So production has been slowed down. Yes, they have a lot of barracks, but they're also slow barracks. And at 7:25 the game crashed. Right when we had orcas going in and out and in and out and in and out. And alright, chipping away at those tanks. Meanwhile, barracks in front going down for meds. And they cannot get that extra eco, that like energy that they desperately require back. They have no construction yard anymore. So everything that goes down stays down. And those orcas, they keep chipping away at those tanks. However, personally, I would probably say it's better to just go after the production. Like you have more than enough orcas, like 5 of them, that's enough, right? Yeah, 5 of them is definitely enough. Just take down that war factory, take down the barracks, and then the flow of units stops. Once that happens, you can just chip away at this ball with a couple of grenadiers with your orcas, because they will still be alive. And just win the match that way. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is scary. But the fact that AOD can keep producing is probably scarier. Now that's your 6th orca. Now you can definitely take that war factory down, even if one of your orcas dies. Actually, I believe they have more than... Yeah, that's already 6 of them in the air, right? 6 of them? Yeah, 6 of them, and then like 2 on the pad. Yeah, okay, right, they have 8 orcas total. Don't let it die, thank you very much. 8 orcas. 8 orcas is enough to just snipe this, please do. All of a sudden you're down to just 3 barracks. At least they are full speed barracks again. Same with your helipads. Helipads will also be at full speed again. And driving over the last couple of grenadiers there. Are you finally going after the production? No, you're not. CriticalMeds, please. How many go down? 0 orcas went down. Most orcas still have all of their ammo. You can still snipe the barracks. There are only 4, 5 rocket soldiers. That's it. Tank there will go down. Oh, that's a lucky harvester. Just barely able to survive, or does barely not. No, it's not going to survive. It dies just before the tank goes down. Right. Eco lead, CriticalMeds will not be as significant anymore, but still. Single barracks production. AOD just can't produce a whole lot. Don't go after that eco, they can't use that eco. Like, really though. 600 in the bank, and I'm pretty sure they're just mass producing right now. And they're just not able to, well, use all of their eco. Right. They still have a 1... only 2? I thought they were still on 3. I guess you already killed 1 at some point. Oh, here it is. Right, that's why. Still. sacrificing one orca just to take that barracks is worth it. I'm pretty sure it is. Because, okay, sure, AOD hasn't got a whole lot of eco the last little bit. 2400. That's still like more than 50, or like, yeah, 10, 15 grenadiers. That's like about what they have here. This is a scary ball. Don't go after that. You know about it, yeah. I mean, you must have known about it, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to snipe the war factory either. There are 4 of them around it. 4 rocket soldiers around that barracks. Once the barracks goes down, it's GG. You win. Please do it. Now you're going to go and actually kill infantry with orcas. You have so many orcas, you can just use them against infantry. Please take down that barracks. You probably didn't realize at the time that they didn't have a barracks here, or like here, or here, or whatever. Wherever. I don't think CriticalMeds notices, or knows, realizes. I don't think so. I just see them doing the things they normally should be doing, rather than what is best in this situation. This is certainly not the best in this situation. Oh well. Anyways, still like double the eco about for meds. Now sending 5 orcas forwards. Is that enough to take down the barracks? Probably not, right? Or just barely enough. Nope, it's not. AOD slowly repairing it, but second wave of orcas will take it down. And with that, it is a GG and it will be 2-2, right? I mean, I'm already going to mark it, that's for sure. The question is just, when does AOD give up? There they go. GG. Game 4 goes to CriticalMeds, which means that we go to a final round. The last match. It's going to be a weird one. 4-1. CriticalMeds moving their construction yard. The other issue, it's Clown Alcatraz. It's a clown map. It is AOD's clown map. Cartographer's bonus in full effect. I'm sorry, Mads. You've lost. It's AOD's map. You cannot win. Of course, that is a little bit of a joke, but I'm pretty sure AOD has performed really quite well on this map in earlier games. I believe so, yeah. So honestly, I would not be surprised if AOD does indeed win on this map. Right now, Mads going for the middle refinery first, AOD going for the more standard play. However, second refinery is up at about the same time, just because of that second power plant. There is the power plant for Mads. So third ref, depending on where they want to place it, should be easier or like earlier for AOD Gaming. There it is, and there it is. Okay, surprisingly enough, no, it was actually slightly earlier for CriticalMeds, I'm pretty sure. Even though neither player has like build anything in between. So a little surprising, especially because they also have like cash in the bank. So I guess AOD just didn't queue it up immediately after placing the last one. Sure thing. Anyways, it is now a triple F, 4F versus 4 Fs. Only 1 on the home base versus 3 on the home base. 2 on the front, 1 on the front, 1 on the top. This one could actually be really important. 2 here as well now. However, the benefit of this one is that it's on a different field. So it does not get affected by the others as easily. Like this, will all become relatively inefficient relatively quickly. This one will stay efficient for a long time. Communication center for the attack. Okay, SGDI, you want advanced guard tower. Over here would make sense. It would, definitely. Because that way you can deny the enemy officer. At north, doesn't really make sense to me. Especially not because you're not being pressured there anyways. AOD with a very late airstrip, if they're even going for airstrip. Yes, they are. There it is. And indeed, forward, advanced guard tower, and even further forward. Might decide to like harvest this little speck, because that way they can place it like here, and then it has like range until like here. I'm pretty sure, right? Something like that. That's actually a really good placement then. But nope, did not actually harvest that speck, so has to go back one place. Now should have been possible, so yes, it could have been there. And in the meantime, AOD with pretty decent buggy numbers against very good grenadier ball. In the middle, already damaging that harvester quite a bit. Flamethrower going down in exchange for like 2 minigunners, so not exactly a portrait for either player. And with 5 refs versus 4, AOD is still ahead, however their efficiency will drop. Especially once these also like get destroyed, it's definitely going to change who is ahead in eco. But yeah. A little surprised that our GDI player has gone like so little eco. With only 4 refs and then like double advanced guard tower, selling off one of those and then going like war factory. They've already spent like 1,000 extra on the communication center and all that before. So a little surprising that we see a low eco like GDI versus a pretty high eco Nord player. With now double airstrip and lightings, because lightings is always fun. Yes, indeed they are. And as you might have been able to notice, this is indeed a like redo of an earlier cast. Because I've already cast this series before the losers final of the Titan Season 12 tournament between AOD Gaming and CriticalMeds. Selling off construction yard there, alrighty. However, AOD moving in with a lot of lightings. Lightings driving over all of those infantry units, doing pretty well against those medium tanks. And that's scary close to your like construction yard and war factory. Selling the construction yard, 3,000 in the bank. Already buildings being destroyed up north. This field is out. Eco will drop. Of course, this eco will also drop. And this is still alive for now. Power shouldn't be a big issue yet. You had more than 200, so 2 of them going down, you would still be in positive power. However, how do you deal with the lightings? You still have cash in the bank, sure. But where is your production? Just like last game for AOD, 1 war factory, 1 barracks, and that is it. Eco in the last little bit. It is better for for AOD. And with that, AOD Gaming takes game 5 and thus wins this best of 5. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left. But that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.